Hello, Miggy. Oh, I can't hear you. Yeah, can you hear me? Miggy, can you hear me? Okay, but I can't hear you. Not yet. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. I can see you talking, but I still can't. Let me mute you so you unmute yourself. Now unmute yourself and talk. Let me see if I can hear you. Yes, let me see if I can hear you. Try to unmute yourself. Oh, no, I can't hear you yet. I can't. Maybe you should leave the meeting and join again. Yeah, you can leave the meeting and connect again.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Hello,
I can hear
teacher.
you. Yes, I can
Okay,
hear now.
sorry, he got some problem with his mic. Hang on.
Okay. All right. So, how are you?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, got a problem with my mic.
Okay, I think that is better now. So, how are you today?
Good.
Good, that's good. So, we want to quickly look at some review questions on the topic soil, okay? So, the first question, what is soil? What can you say about soil? What is soil?
For plants.
Yeah, soil is used for
Used for
planting.
plants.
Yes,
Using used for planting.
yeah, used for planting. But it's true that soil is used for planting. Soil is used for planting. So, but how can we define soil? What can you say? What is soil? Maybe you can say soil is the uppermost part of the earth. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the uppermost part of the earth or the loose layer of the earth where plant grows. Okay.
Okay.
Where plant grows.
Can you still
So
hear me?
yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So soil, we can refer to soil as the uppermost part of the earth where plant grows, or the loose layer of the earth where plant grows. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now the next thing to look at, though we already covered this topic before, so you're gonna try to name some types of soil. Okay, can you name these types of soil? What name should we give to the first one? So
It's
what's
a
the,
sand soil. And
yes,
then
sandy soil, yes,
it could
sand.
be either clay.
What is the second one? Yes, what is the second one?
Broken soil.
That's the third one. The third broken soil is clay. Okay.
Oh, it's clay.
Yeah, it's clay soil. So, but what about this second one? What do we call it? This number two, that is silt.
Brown soil.
Yeah, it's brown. Yeah,
Brown soil.
but it's silt. Okay.
Oh, it's silt soil.
Yeah, silt. And the last one is what? Humus or loamy soil.
It's a black soil, but it's a humus soil.
Yes, or you call it loamy soil, okay?
Excuse me.
Loamy soil. So, yeah, that's good. So we've been able to identify these types of soil. Okay, we will answer some questions more. We'll answer some more questions on soil. Just briefly, sandy soil consists of small.
Did you say briefly or briefly?
No, I said I want to quickly talk about each type of soil, okay?
All right.
Now, sandy soil consists of small particles of weathered rocks. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, sandy soil, let me write that. Sandy soil consists of small particles of weathered rocks. So that means we can talk about soil formation as the process called weathering, okay?
Okay.
So sandy soil
Okay.
are not good for planting because it does not retain water and it does,
Doesn't have low nutrients.
yes,
No,
it has
I
low,
mean low nutrients.
yes, it has low nutrients. So that's very good. So sandy soil has low nutrients. So it's one of the poorest type of soil for growing plants. It's not good at all for growing plants. So
Yeah.
because it has low nutrients, it has poor water holding capacity. It does not hold water. It does not retain much water. And plants need water to grow. Okay. So
Okay.
these are the points. Small particles of weathered rocks, then the poorest type of soil for growing plants, then very low nutrient and poor water holding capacity. So it's hard, it makes it hard, for plants root to absorb water and no nutrients. Okay, having said all this, we move on to, though sandy soil is also good for some other purposes, okay? Such as it is good
Okay.
for drainage system because it allows water to go through easily. So it's good for making drainage system. So this type of soil is good for making what? Drainage system. So the next thing is the silt. The silt have much smaller particles when compared to sandy soil. It's made up of rock and other mineral or particles which are smaller than sand and larger than clay. Okay,
Okay.
so we can talk about silt in that way. Silt is used in agricultural process to improve soil fertility. So the soil is more fertile when compared to other three types of soil. So that is talking about silt,
Okay.
silt soil. So that's the second one. I said it has smaller particles when compared to sandy, and it contains of rock and other mineral particles which are smaller than that of sand and larger than clay, because clay
Okay.
has the smallest. So we said the silt soil is more fertile when compared to other kinds of soil. So it's more fertile. It's good for agricultural practices for planting of crops. Okay, the next one to talk about is the clay soil. Yeah, clay soil is the smallest particle out of the types of soil. So it's not good for planting because it does not allow its water to go out at all. So it makes it difficult for plants to take water from the soil. Is that clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, so it makes it so difficult for water to, so it's not good for planting. Clay is the heaviest, the densest, the heaviest type of soil, which does not drain water well. It does not provide space for plants' roots to flourish. So we cannot use clay, but we can use it in molding and in building. Okay. Is that,
Okay.
yeah. Then the next one we can talk about, loam soil, which is a fourth type there. It is a combination of sand, silt, and clay. Such and clay, such that the beneficial properties of each are included. For instance, it has the ability to retain moisture and nutrients, and hence it is more suitable for farming. So loam is more suitable for farming, is a type of soil that is very good for farming. Is that clear?
Yep.
So I'm going to bring that point in so
Yeah.
we can see. So this is about loam soil. So now that we have looked at the four types of soil, okay, let us look at other kind of questions that may or may not have anything to do with soil, but it's part of what we need to know. Okay, there is a question here. I'm going to bring it up now. It says, it talks about a balance. Balance, yeah. A balance will be the best tool for measuring which of the following. Now, if you look at all of these, all these are properties of soil. Texture, properties of soil. We talk about the size, we talk about the mass of soil or something. But here now, we're not really talking about soil, and we can talk about color of soil too. But here we are not referring to soil. The first one is talking about soil. The second one is talking about a stick. The third one is talking about a rock, while the fourth one is talking about a leaf. Okay, where this question concerns soil is that the first one talks about texture of soil, and the third one talks about the mass of a rock. And soil came from rock, right? Right? Soil came
Yeah.
from rock. Yeah, that's good. So now, do you know the meaning of this balance? Do you know what a balance is?
What's balance?
Yeah, do you know what it means?
No.
Okay. So if you know the meaning, that is when you can answer the question. So let us get into the meaning of this balance, okay? So
Okay.
a balance is, I'm just going to bring the picture of a balance so that with that, you will have an idea of what the question is asking you to do. So look at this. This is a balance. Have you seen something like this before? Or, so what do you say? Have you seen something like this before? Or something like this? Have you seen something like this before?
The one you're pointing, we
Yes.
saw that.
Okay. So what do they use
And
it for?
also the first one we also saw it,
Okay, you've seen it
but
before.
only
Fine.
outside.
Okay.
Outside. We only see
See
it
it
at
outside.
stores
Okay, fine. Very good. So what do they use it for?
for weighing.
Weighing. That's correct. So which of the
Like fruits, weighing a fruit.
weighing
How
of
much
food?
does a banana weigh?
Very good. Now, which of these options would you choose? A balance, because this is a balance, okay?
Okay.
It's a weighing balance. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Now, what would we use a balance to do? Is it to determine the texture of soil, or the length of a stick, or the mass of a rock, or the color
The
of
mass
a...
of the rock.
That is correct. So this is the correct
Oh, yeah.
answer. Okay,
Okay.
so that is correct, and all these are not the answers. So now you know the answer to that first question. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go to another question. Let's see this next question. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me check on this next question.
You're muted.
Yeah, I know, I know. So can you see this second question?
Blank
That,
properties. I read it.
yes, read it, read it.
Blank properties include color, size of particles, amount of nutrients, and ability to retain water.
So which option do you go for?
Mineral.
Mineral? Mineral. When we talk about size of the particles something contains, we are talking about soil, right?
Yup.
So we can put soil in. Soil properties include the color of the soil, the size of particles of the soil, the amount of nutrients the soil contains, and the ability of the soil to retain water. Is that clear?
Yup.
Yeah, and that is what will tell us about the soil. So what do we want to know about a particular soil? Number one, the color of the soil. Number two is what? The size of the particles of the soil. And what is number three? The amount of nutrients contained in the soil. And what is number four? The ability of the soil to retain water. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the things we're talking about when we're talking about soil. Okay, so the answer is what?
Soil.
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 That's correct, soil. Now the next question,
Starting.
I'm going to bring it up now so that we can know what the answer would be. Now, look at this next question. You know the types of soil, right?
Yeah.
So which type of soil would retain water the most, or will retain maximum amount of water that will not allow the water to go out? Which of them?
Loam.
Oh, no. You can try one more time.
No.
There's a soil, one of them will not allow the water to go out. It will hold
Clay.
clay, that's correct. So the correct option
Oh,
is
yeah.
clay. Correct option is that clear?
Yeah.
Just a few seconds, just a few seconds.
Yes.
Okay,
What
hold
were
on.
you looking at?
Don't worry. So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
Clear.
Now,
Clearly.
the next question, you got that correct, and that's a good one. So the next question, let's see. We really need to take note of these questions carefully, okay? Now, read this question.
Okay.
Read this question, let me hear.
Okay. Which type of soil would Chris use if he wants to grow a plant that needs a lot of water?
Yeah, remember.
Dark soil that
Oh,
has clay in it.
oh, that's correct. Because
Yeah.
clay usually keeps a lot of water. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that needs a lot of water. So that means it is dark soil that has clay in it. That's correct. Okay,
Yeah.
let's look at the next question. Let's see what this question says. Number five. So the number 5 question comes here. Why is fertile soil the best for growing crops? Why must soil be fertile? You know the meaning of
It has more fresh water.
really? Do you know the meaning of this
Really?
word? Do you know the meaning of this word fertile?
What's the
Fertile.
meaning of fertile?
Yeah, fertile means when when soil contains contains what the plant needs, okay?
Okay.
What the plant needs to grow.
Okay.
What the plants need to grow. So what does the plant need to grow? It needs nutrients, right?
Yeah.
And such is called, when you apply such nutrient, you apply what is called fertilizer, okay?
Yep.
So we're talking about nutrients now. And this can include the organic and inorganic materials, okay?
Okay.
Now, which of the options would you go for? Why is fertile soil the best for growing crops? Number
Why
one,
is fertile soil the best soil for growing crops?
yes, is it
What's the
because
meaning of crops?
crops like plants, you know?
Okay. It has more fresh water. Letter B.
Wait a minute, you never can tell, you know, you still have to apply water when you plant, is that clear?
Yep.
So we cannot go for this. A soil is fertile
It is
when
lighter in color and can absorb more light.
not really. So you have
Not
two more
really.
options. Yes, you have two more options. Check the last
Two
two.
more options.
Yes, check the last two
It
options.
is rich with minerals and matter from dead organisms too.
Yes, that
Oh
is correct.
yeah.
That's correct. So it is rich with minerals and
Okay.
matter from dead, that is organic materials, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next question. So that means if a soil must be good for plant, it must be fertile, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now, do you know soil texture? You know, how does a soil feel when you touch it? Soil texture.
How
Now,
will it feel?
yeah, how will sandy soil feel? Yeah, it's gonna feel smooth, and silt is gonna be smoother, while the particles of sand is going to be bigger
Do
than
you
that of
know? Do you know mimosa plant?
mimosa plant.
Yep.
Okay, what's it
When you
about?
touch it, the leaves will close up.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Do you know about mimosa plant?
yeah, that's true. That's true. You're correct.
When you
Okay.
touch it, the leaves closes up.
Yes, yes. I think I have the picture here. Okay, let's continue. So we're talking about
Okay.
soil and its fertility. But the next question is about texture of soil. So when you touch soil, how would you know? How would you test the texture of a soil? Let's look at this. How could you test soil texture? Is it when you sift the soil, you're going to determine whether it
Smell
contains...
it. I mean,
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
sift it.
Yeah, that's correct. When you sift it, you will know if it contains small or big particles, okay?
Okay, sorry. May I go to toilet?
Yes, please.
Excuse me. I'm back.
All right, so you're welcome back. Let's continue
Okay.
on the next question. So I'm going to bring the next question there now. Let's see. Okay. So the next question, you will need to look at this next question and think about it, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so Elizabeth dug her hands into the soil of her garden and found an earthworm, a few plant roots, a beetle, and a spider mixed in with the soil. Why are all of these organisms important to Elizabeth's garden? Listen again. Elizabeth dug her hands into the soil of her garden and found an earthworm, a few plant roots, a beetle, and a spider mixed in with the soil. Why are all of these organisms important to Elizabeth's garden? Option A. The soil is too cold for the organisms. Option B. The soil is mostly made of sand. Option C. They destroy the vegetables in the garden. Option C. They recycle energy and nutrients in the soil. So,
The A. The soil is too cold for the organisms.
is that why those organisms are important for Elizabeth's garden? Is that why
Yep.
they're important for the plant?
Yeah.
No, no,
No.
no.
Nope.
So you have to look at the remaining three options. Why are those things mentioned? The earthworm, the few plant
They
roots,
recycle energy and nutrients in the soil.
that is correct. They recycle energy and nutrients in
Yeah.
soil. So they are
Yep.
important because the earthworm helps break down organic matter. The plant roots absorb the nutrients. The beetles and spider contribute to the decomposition process. And all of these organisms play a role in maintaining the health and fertility of the soil. So by recycling the energy and nutrients, they create a favorable environment for growth of plants and contribute to the overall productivity of Elizabeth's garden. So the correct option there is option D, which means you are right.
Yeah.
Now the next question. Let me look at the next question. Okay, yeah. I want to talk about particles of rocks, okay?
Okay.
Now, we have mentioned some types of soil, but we did not mention anything about rocks, Which of the following has the largest particle in it? That is, which is the largest particle size found in the soil? The largest particle, is it sand? Is it silt? Is it
Gravel.
gravel?
Option A.
Yeah, option A, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct option. And the next question. Okay, let's look at this next question. I think in all we have how many questions? We have about 13 questions or so, but let's see.
How many
So
questions?
we have about 13 questions to answer and
1-3 or 3-0?
1-3.
Okay.
So, and we have answered number 8 now. Let's go to number 9, and you have to think about that too. So, yeah, let's see this one. If a person wanted to buy 2,000 acres of land to use for farming, what kind of soil should he or she look for, before buying the land? Should you go and buy where there is clay, or you should go and buy where there is humus, or you should go and buy where there is loam or sandy? When you want to use a land for planting,
Used for planting?
yes, you want to use the land for planting. So which kind of soil should you look for before buying that land?
Humus.
Humus is correct, or you can choose loam. Loam is considered as the best type of soil for farmland. It has a balanced combination of sand, silt, and clay. Okay,
Okay.
so we can go for the two options, this and this. Okay, yeah, the next question, which is number 10. Okay, let me see how this works. So number 10, it's coming right there. What determines the texture of different kinds of soil? What can we say, what can we see in a soil that will tell us the texture of the soil? A, the size of the grains and amount of space between the grains. B,
It's A.
yeah. So that's correct, because the texture of different kind of soil is determined by the size of the grains and the amount of space between the grains. The size of the grain refers to the particle size of the soil, which can range from the largest particle to the medium to the smallest, and the largest is found in sand, the medium is found in silt, and the smallest is found in clay. Okay.
Okay.
So, and the amount of space between grains, also known as pore space, it affects the soil's ability to hold water and nutrients. So the size of the grain and the amount of the space between them play a crucial role, a very important role in determining the soil texture. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, we will look at the next question now. And this is also a practical question that you have to consider very well. So you're going to read it for me and pick your option. Read.
Pablo is studying different types of soil. He is comparing clay, loam, sand, and silt. Which soil will Pablo find to be made of the largest particles? Loam.
Wait a minute. Pablo is studying different types of
Wait,
soil.
sec.
He's comparing all these. Which one will contain the largest parts, largest particle?
It's silt.
No. Try one more time.
Okay.
The largest, the
C.
biggest particle. Yeah,
Sand.
sand. Okay. That is sand. It has the biggest particles. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So the next question is coming right there. Let's see. Okay. So this is still talking about the ability of soil to hold. So soil with high water holding capacity has a texture which is dash. So if a soil can hold water very much, what type of texture can the soil contain?
Drifty and granular. P.
Gritty and granular. Okay, wait a minute. Which kind of soil can hold water the highest, can retain water the highest? Is it sandy? Is it clay?
Kabak City.
Yes, which of them? Is it sand? Is it clay? Is it silt? Is it loam? Which one can retain water?
Wet and muddy. C.
Yeah, wet and
Option
muddy
C.
because that is clay. Okay. So now we want to go to the last question. Let's see. Talking about the last question. Oh, this is like a practical question too. So you have to,
Excuse me.
you have to actually think about it very well. So looking at that question, okay, hold on. I need to
Similar containers
yes.
were filled with different types of soil. Holes were poked into the bottom of each container, and 300 milliliters of water were added. The water that put out was collected and measured. According to the information in the table, which type of soil retained water best?
So which type of soil
So,
retain water best?
C. Option C. Gravel.
Option C. What type of soil retain water best? This is the amount of water collected from them. Can you study this table? From the first one, 220 was collected. From the second one, 250. The third one, 295. And the fourth one, 225. So which one gave out the smallest water?
Oh, the smallest. It's potting soil.
Yeah, potting soil
Option A.
because it does not give out its water as the others, okay?
Okay.
So it's the potting soil. That's correct. That's correct. Potting soil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So with that, we will do a recap of everything that we have been doing today.
Okay.
We defined soil as it is used for planting. It is the uppermost part of the earth. It is the loose layer of the earth where plant grows. Then we talked about the types, the sandy, the silt, the clay, the humus or loamy soil. Then we talk about the particles of each. Look at the sandy soil. It has small particles. I mean, big particles, right? Right? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So talking about particles, sandy soil
Yep.
has big particles. Big particles. Then this one has small particles, and this one has the smallest particles, okay? Then this one is a mixture of the three in some proportion. Is that clear? Then we also mentioned that sandy soil contains, small particles of weathered rocks. Then is a porous type. It's not good for growing plants. It has, why? Because it has no nutrient, poor nutrients, low nutrient and poor water holding capacity, which makes it hard for plants roots to flourish. Then this type of soil is good for drainage system. Then the silt is, it contains smaller particles and it's good for planting. The loam is also good for planting, while the clay is not good for planting. Okay, then we talked about A beam, a balance can be used to measure the mass of a rock, mass of anything, okay? Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's clear.
okay.
It's
Then the
clear.
second one, soil properties. What are soil properties? Color, size of particles. Yes. Can you name the soil properties?
Rock, mineral, soil,
No,
organism.
no. The soil properties are the color of the soil. Can you see it there? No, can you name everything now?
What do I name?
The soil properties include what? Color of the soil, then the soil particles, size of,
Soil,
then the amount of nutrients in the soil, and the ability of the soil to retain water. So can you name all the particles again? All the properties again. Yes, name all the properties of soil.
color, size of particles, amount of nutrients, ability to retain water.
Yes, these are properties of soil. Okay, now, what type of soil will retain the water most?
Clay,
Clay. What type of soil would Chris use if he wants to grow a plant that needs lots of water? Yes. Yes, what's your answer?
what?
Yes, what's the answer to that question? What type of soil?
Dark soil that has clay in it.
Okay. Then why is fertile soil the best for growing crops?
It's rich with minerals and matter from dead organisms.
That's good. How could you test the texture of a soil?
Sifted.
You sift the soil. Elizabeth dug her hands into the soil of her garden. He found some things there. Can you name those things he found there? She found some things in the soil. So can you name those
They
things?
recycle energy and nutrients in the soil.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Elizabeth dug her hands into the soil of her garden. She found some things. 1, 2, 3, 4. She found 4 things. Can you name the 4 things she found in the soil?
A few plants root, a beetle, and a spider mix in with the soil.
Yeah, that's correct. The earthworm, number 1. A few plant roots, that's number 2. A beetle, that's number 3. And a spider, that's the 4th one. So if you were asked, what are the things you can find in the soil? What would you say?
What can I say?
What are the things you can find when you dig your hand into the
They
soil?
recycle energy and nutrients in the soil.
Wait, I was expecting you to mention those things Elizabeth found in the soil. So what are the things you can find in the soil? If you, Miggy, if you dig your hand into the soil, what are the things you can find?
Rocks.
Um,
Absolutely not.
hold on,
Or
hold on,
absolutely yes.
hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see. So what I'm trying to say is this. If you dig your hand into the soil,
What are you doing?
hold on, hold on. If you dig your hand into the soil, you find some things there, like this, like this, like this, and like this, okay?
Okay.
So if you dig your hand into the soil of your garden at home, what are the things you are likely to find there? Maybe earthworm, plant roots, beetle, and spider. Okay? Which is the largest particle found in soil? Largest particle size found in soil.
Gravel.
And if a person wanted to buy,
Gravel.
yes, that's
I
correct.
repeat, gravel.
Yeah, that's correct. If a person wanted to buy land for farming, what kind of soil should he look for?
Humus and loam.
Okay,
And loam.
okay.
What determines the
The
texture
texture
of
of
different
different kinds
kinds
of
of soil?
soil. Yes. So what's the answer?
B. It's B.
No, texture. You got it the other time.
No. C. Texture.
A
Texture.
is determined by the grains and the amount of space between the grains. Okay.
Okay.
Then number 11, Pablo is
Pablo is studying different types of
Oh,
soil.
yeah.
He is comparing clay, loam, sand, and salt. I mean silt. Which soil? I thought the word silt is salt. That's why I said it's salt.
Okay, no.
Which soil will Pablo find to be made of the largest particles?
And that's sand, right?
That's sand.
Okay, now
Yeah.
that's good. So that's where we'll be writing up the class for today, Miggy, okay?
Okay.
So make sure you study very well for your
Oh,
test. Yeah, make sure you study well for your test and don't overlook anything. Watch all of the lessons. Is that clear?
okay.
And do have a nice time. Okay?
Okay. Have a great day, Teacher Ajipula.
Bye.
Thank you and bye-bye. Have a
Bye-bye.